Well, we're back again, and it is so late right now. I have been wide awake for far too long. Wrestlemania 29. Where do we begin and where do we start? The Shield versus the Big Show and Sheamus and Orton match. Now, that was interesting because I know a lot of people thought that Randy Orton was going to officially turn heel, either joining the Shield or just turn heel. And some people actually thought the Shield were going to lose, and I was quite happy to see the Shield come out and win. I really wanted them to win because I'm huge fans of all three. I'm not particularly keen on all the other guys, except for I do like Big Show a bit. Anyways, and it was speculated about what was going to happen in the match and how or who was going to turn heel, but Shield winning was the end game, hopefully. So the match starts. I thought it was a good way to open the show, quite energetic. Things I noticed, I saw my friends. If you watched WrestleMania, if you look to the left hand side of you and you see a sign with, unfortunately, if Cena wins, we party, I know who those people were. So hi guys, if you get to see this, by the way. So no, that was a good opener, very energetic, very fun, I felt, to watch. As a fan of Dean Ambrose in particular and Tyler Black, it's quite a thing to see them on one of the biggest shows in the world, WrestleMania. I mean, and Roman Reigns too. It's quite a thing to see those three, and it's like, guys, you've really come a long, long way, man. Just be so proud of yourselves. I like the little "Let's Go Ambrose" chant, and there was even a pop for him when he came in the ring, which was quite interesting to see. So it looks like the Ambrose, is catching. Dean Ambrose is catching on. The Shield is definitely very over. Randy Orton, the fans just gave a hard time too. I love New York fans. They did not give a shit. They booed, they jeered, they were not into him. Match progresses. Rollins, like the Daredevil, dives across and does a dive, nearly knocks himself out again. And then, if my memory serves me right, their team start to come back. That's the Show Orton team start to make the comeback. Sheamus starts to build momentum for the team. He goes to tag Show. Orton tags himself in quite cockily and ends up getting, almost winning the match, but then losing it, and Show just stands there on the side pissed with him because Orton tagged in when he wanted to tag in, which was quite interesting. And the story of the match kind of seemed to play into the egos of the guys there. I cheered Big Show when he punched Sheamus, and I cheered Big Show when he punched Randy Orton because I can't stand either man, so I was quite happy to see him punch them both in the face. This looks like this is going to be an ongoing storyline now that they're going to build with Show and Orton and Sheamus. I don't know what's going to happen at Extreme Rules, but it just looks like they're building this story now with the three of them. I was so happy to see the Shield win. I mean, I was so happy. Next match that I remember was Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston with AJ Lee. Cutting straight into it, I thought that was a fantastic little play on last year's Sheamus and Daniel Bryan match by having Dolph call AJ up and rub it in, or look what happened to you last year. And then I thought it was even better when Bryan kicked him in the head, and for a few seconds I thought, oh shit, Dolph's gonna lose. Didn't really happen. It was a good back and forth match. I was saying to myself, please, if this match is just more than 1 minute, God please, 1 minute, I'll be so happy. I'll be so grateful. I mean, I'll go to church every day if you want me to. Just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3. Oh wow, they're giving them a bit of time. And it was really good to see. I actually thought that Big E and Ziggler were going to win the match at first, but then I was like, I really want Daniel Bryan to win. I really want Daniel Bryan and Kane to win. Good back and forth match. Match ends when they mount the comeback. AJ goes to throw the briefcase in, fails. Kane gets the choke slam. Big E is already out because Daniel Bryan took him out with a flying knee. Kane hits the chokeslam. Bryan comes back in, tags Bryan in. Kane looks to make sure that Big E doesn't get back in the ring. Daniel Bryan using the flying headbutt, and I have to say I was yelling stuff like do it, do it, do it, and I thought that was a really good ending and a good way to kind of actually restart the WrestleMania career of Daniel Bryan. Interesting that Dolph, I know they keep saying he's going to be the guy, he's going to be the guy, he's going to be the guy, but he's kind of been essentially stuck in the same spot over and over and over and over and over again. At WrestleManias, when you think about it, he's always been in the mid-level match, even though this is a guy that's supposedly supposed to get a main event push at some point. Now, what was the next match that came to mind? Oh gosh, God, sorry, I'm really sorry. Ryback, Mark Henry. Now, Ryback, Mark Henry. I love the New York crowd because they don't fuck around. They say it in New Jersey. They don't. They say how they feel. And when Ryback came out, I know that there was a lot of beliefs that Ryback was going to win the match. I thought he was going to win the match because I have felt, I'm not big on him, but I definitely have felt that they need to reheat him, and perhaps he has this big moment with Mark Henry, hoists him up and drops him. That could really help him. And the match started and the fans were just not into Ryback. They booed all his offense. The only time they really were on his side is the feed me more, feed me more. That's the only time they kind of went with him. Other than that, they were booing him. Every time Mark Henry hit him, they cheered. I love the chants of "Let's go, sexual chocolate" and all of that, and sexual chocolate chants for Mark Henry, which was quite amusing. I thought that was quite a creative little end to the match. I quite like that. Ryback eventually hoists him up for that move that he does. I can't even remember it off the top of my head because it's so bloody late. Mark Henry uses his weight, squashes him, pins him 1, 2, 3. Now, I was shocked by that ending because I did not expect that. I genuinely thought that Ryback was going to win the match, but it didn't happen. Mark Henry wins, kind of keeps the feud alive a bit, but then Henry goes back in to attack Ryback while he's been seen by the EMTs. Ryback recovers, spine buster, then he hits the move again to be his big moment, which really begs the question, why didn't they just have Ryback win the match if the end game was going to be Ryback, you know, on top anyways? So I don't know why they didn't just, you know, just go there. I don't know what they do next. I think they're going to keep this feud going on, to tell you the truth. I really think that's what's going to happen. What else was there? Now, I can't remember any skits. If there were some skits, please tell me, but just keep in mind that I have been awake for more than 24 hours, which is quite worrying, actually. And also the fact that I've worked most of this weekend, so there's stuff that I might be patchy on. If I've missed stuff out, please fill me in. Undertaker CM Punk. Now, a lot of people haven't been into this. Tell you the truth, I've not been into the build for this matchup. I wasn't that blown away by it. I didn't really like some of the Paul Bearer references. And to be honest, it just lacked that feel that I think you need to have a WrestleMania match, especially when you've got these two involved. However, as the match happened, I mean, best match of the night, to be honest with you. Great little match. Oh, reminds me, I've just gone over one. Chris Jericho and Fandango. God, I really need some sleep. Jericho and Fandango, I enjoyed that. Jericho didn't stop moving, by the way. He was going and going and going. I think it was very good for Fandango to win, considering he's new and on the rise. I've not really been into him, but I felt that that was a good showing for him, and it might have given him a bit of credibility. In a sense, it reminded me a lot of Benoit and MVP at WrestleMania 23, I think it was. Similar kind of designer match, and Fandango did look like he had some kind of skills and tools that he could match with Jericho. And Jericho, the finish came, Jericho hit the moonsault, landed on his knee. Fandango eventually took advantage of that and got the pin. Back to the Punk Undertaker match, as I was saying. Not the build, so-so. The match, very good. It took a while for me to get into it because really this is the problem with a lot of Undertaker matches now. It's been a long time since I have been convinced fully that someone might actually end the streak. The last person I really believed was Randy Orton because it fit with the Legend Killer gimmick. He's the future of the business. 13-0, unlucky number 13. You had all of those little things you could play into, and you could somewhat convince someone that that could happen. And then after that, I've never really bought into anyone except for that one pinfall Triple H got on him at 27, where I was like, for a split second that might happen. But it's very, very hard, and you have to really know how to trick and manipulate the fans to make them believe that Undertaker is going to lose. And good little match. I mean, I thought it was good. Paul Heyman is brilliant, mouthing off all the things that he was mouthing. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Interesting to see what happens with CM Punk next, I'll say that. After that, we had the National Guard, and God knows how many partners WWE have. They had like 30-35 or something. It was crazy. I'm rushing this now because my battery power is going a bit. That's HP Pavilion for you. Triple H, Brock Lesnar. Now, what did I think of that? Now, as you can see, I have to have a bit of water because for some reason Brock is on the juice and I can't get him off, so I have to stick to the water. So, match was what it was. I wasn't too pumped up for it in the first place. I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan. I enjoy Brock Lesnar. Triple H looked like Triple H. I felt that match took ages to get going, to be honest with you. It only started to get interesting when Hunter did the Kimura on him, and I was like, oh, if Brock taps out to Triple H, I'm going to be so pissed off. But it was a good spot, so I won't, discredit that. But I did not want to see him tap to Triple H, because that would have been absolutely ridiculous. But again, this match didn't really interest me in the way it could have, because this is a rematch fans are not clamouring to see. That's just my opinion and my thought. And Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, we saw it the first time. It didn't blow me away, but I was glad it was done. I want to see Brock face a lot of new people every match. Hunter wins eventually after he gets him in the Kimura. Brock keeps breaking out of it, then he bashes his head on the thing, then Hunter pedigrees him. Again, I felt that was almost like I'm not surprised that Lady Macbeth, Triple H, had to win a match over Brock Lesnar, and he had to stand triumphant over him while Brock was laying there with the hammer, doing all of that. Where I think that they could really have just kept the heat and the steam and the motor of Brock Lesnar. He's lost to a Cena and he's lost to Triple H, when really they should be building this monster because apparently they want to have a big match of him and The Rock. There's still plans about having him and Undertaker. And what about other people in the company? They could really build like a Ryback or, I don't know, a CM Punk or a Dean Ambrose or someone if they had saved that kind of win for him. Then again, he didn't lose by tap out, so at least that's not so bad. And then we go to Rock versus John Cena 2. Now, last year they had those long, elaborate entrances, which I guess live were really entertaining to watch, but for me, it didn't like them. I was glad they went straight into the match. They played all the video packages throughout the show, so it kind of helped that they could just go straight into it, but it still was a bit shocking. It's like, wow, it's starting already. Match starts. I'm not gonna lie, it took forever for me to get into this match. Now, I don't know if it was the match, or it was the fact that I'm very tired, or was it the fact that I had eaten more junk food in the space of 24 hours than humanly possible. I think it was a combination of all three things. It took a while to get going, and I want to say, just leading into it, that I didn't really find the Cena character sympathetic when he said that this match ruined his life, and when he lost it hurt him, and blah blah blah. When really, if you watched WWE TV for that year, it didn't hurt him at all. He was still winning and beating everyone. He beat bloody Brock Lesnar, for God's sakes. I'm still pissed off about that. And all this, oh, Rock changed me, it caused me to have a divorce, all of this crap, it just, oh, shut up. A lot of people wanted a John Cena heel turn, and I believed that they wouldn't do it because my thought was, who do they have, looking at my battery, who do they have on the horizon that can actually be built to face Cena? And I said to myself, there's no one there. So Cena Rock eventually gets going. I felt the last 10 minutes were excellent in terms of things they did. Lots of nice little plays on the finishes. Now, I enjoyed that during some of the matches. They did that with Punk and Taker. They played up to that finish with Hunter and Undertaker a few years back. They did it with Daniel Bryan, and I liked that they did it with the Cena Rock match. And that's when the match got interesting for me. That's when I actually woke up, when they had the plays on the reversals and they had the plays on the Cena, the finisher of last year's WrestleMania, where he took the armband, threw it on the floor, and he went off the ropes to do the, Eagle's elbow. But this time he hung on the ropes. It was a trick to get the Rock. Then he goes for the FU. Rock gets out, Rock bottom, Cena kicks out, and then eventually Cena hits the FU, wins 1, 2, 3. I thought it was a good finish, but we all knew, if I could have put up what I recorded last year, I said it in the end of this video, that match was done in a way where we know there's going to be a rematch. And I would say about this one, this match was done in a way where there probably will be a rematch, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's at SummerSlam. And I think that that's when they should do it. Don't do it at next year's WrestleMania. You need something new. Again, people who want to complain about Rock coming in and winning and doing this and doing that and blah blah blah. Look, that guy put Cena over 1, 2, 3. No outside interferences. No springing right back up like Superman and laughing away like Cena does with other people. He sold the loss well. I felt he did a good job with his face when he hit the rock bottom, and this is something Cena doesn't do, by the way, and I think this is a lost art, but he hit the finisher move, 1, 2, kicks out, he shows frustration. That's something Cena, he kind of did, but it was goofy when he tried to do it. But when Rock did it, it was a little bit more convincing, and when Undertaker did it, it was awesome, and when CM Punk did it, he looked awesome. By the way, can anyone get a picture of CM Punk's face? If anyone has that, please send that to me. I thought that was awesome. Yeah, Rock lost 1, 2, 3. Got a lot of messages from people saying, oh fucking hell, Cena wins again, oh fuck, every curse word in the book. Well, we all knew Cena was going to win, so why are you surprised? And yeah, it's kind of back to the status quo again. Cena wins, Cena's got the belt, Cena comes out at WrestleMania, and again, I couldn't buy into some of the commentary. Cena's never won the big one. He's won every big one. I don't think that turning Cena heel was the answer to the problems, but they could do that. But they do need to retweak Cena, and there's a big difference between Cena on WWE programming and Cena outside of programming. On WWE programming, he's whiny and annoying and irritates me. On non-WWE programming, he's actually quite likable and quite witty and quite funny. Anyways, guys, I've got to wrap it up. I've got to get going. My battery will cut out soon. If this is the first time you've ever seen me, I do pro wrestling, MMA and boxing videos. Please subscribe to this channel. I do some more videos probably during the week. I'm going to have get to bed, get Brock off the juice, get Rock off the gas because he's on the gas for some reason. I need to get him off. I don't want to burn the house up. You comment, rate, subscribe. I'm going to stop right here. Let me know if you enjoyed WrestleMania. Did you like it? Did you not? I'll probably do another video when I'm a little bit more alert. Overall, what I give this WrestleMania, maybe a 6 out of 10. Anything is better than WrestleMania 27. Anything is better than WrestleMania 9. Anything is better than WrestleMania 11. But still, it was Veterans Night. It was Rematchamania. But, you know, hopefully they mix it up next year. I was praying Dolph Ziggler would cash in the Money in the Bank. Anyways, I'm going to get out. Comment, rate, subscribe. If you've seen me for the first time, hit that subscription button. Guys, love me, hate me, love you all. God bless you. Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. Have a good week.